Hey guys, it's Phae and this is Day with Phae. Today I am going to be going over some swatches and some eye looks from the Koko Collection, specifically the Koko Kollection Palette. Now, originally I bought the whole entire bundle, but from my last video, which was just the lips, swatches, and the highlight, that it did not deliver with the bundle. Now, I wasn't the only one that had this issue. It seemed everybody who got the bundle also didn't get their eyeshadow palette as well. So I think it was just some sort of system error where the bundle did not include this on their system for whatever reason, but it appears that it self-fixed, so that's good. So now on to the review. I'm gonna do eyeshadow swatches first. Again, timestamps are gonna be in the description below for when everything begins. So if you're looking for a specific piece of information, it's there. So I'm gonna do swatches first on my arm, just to show you guys and do a little review on those swatches. And then I'm gonna do some eye looks based on the Koko Collection campaign. And I'm gonna see if there's any similar shadows and swatch those against each other from Kylie Cosmetics in general. So let's get cracking. Packaging is nice, as you can see though. Obviously my fingerprints leave some sort of residue, but that's okay. This is just the box that it comes in. Then we have this beautiful pink eyeshadow palette. I personally really like the detail. It feels really nice and matte. It seems like there was some glitter, or maybe some glitter fell out of my eyeshadow pan. I don't know, we'll find out. I don't know if you can tell, but there's some glitter here. And I thought it was part of the design, but I'm wiping it off and now it is on my hands. You see right here? I didn't have glitter on my hands before, so I'm opening it up and it has the mirror, beautiful. I am looking at my pan, there does not seem to be any defects. So here we go. It is so beautiful. I love nude palettes. Again, I just like natural looks for the most part. I was excited when this palette came out, but that there's fun colors like this beautiful yellow and this beautiful pink. So I'm gonna definitely have fun with that. All of these shadows have True in it because Chloe's is the mom to True. So it makes sense. I think it's a really nice homage. A little bit redundant, but it came from a place of love, so I feel you, girl. So first up, I'm going to swatch True Faith. And True Faith is a metallic iridescent white with a pink flip. Ooh. It feels really creamy and buttery, which I like. I'm just gonna put that. As you can see, this is how it is on my finger. And I have translucent skin, so it'll be hard to show white highlighters. And again, you can't see it, so let me try to move up a little bit closer. So I'm gonna try to lower the lights for you guys just so you can see. Just because my skin is pretty white, so I want you to be able to see the reflection off the soft boxes. That's just one little tiny swipe. It has a very big kick for just one tiny little finger swatch. Next up we have True's Mom. And True's Mom is a matte soft brown. Ooh, it definitely feels really creamy and buttery and velvety. There we go. Can you tell me why? I'm gonna add a little second swatch just to make it more even. I think that this is gonna be a nice crease shade. I definitely like the formulation, but I'm curious to see how it blends. I'm just gonna keep my lights low so these swatches come out good on my arm. Next up is Must Be True. And Must Be True is a matte sunny yellow, kind of like my dress. Sorry, I really just love how it feels on my finger. Kind of reminds me of chalks, like the color. Not that it feels like chalk, but. Okay, so this one is not as uniform. It kind of just dissipates a little bit, so I'm just gonna try to go a little harder. It's not too bad though, I'm not gonna lie, but it does seem to be a little cakey or creasy. Hopefully this is just the yellow. Now I'm personally not gonna be like yellow lid or anything like that. I was thinking of it more as like a inner corner highlight, kind of how they did it in the Koko Collection campaign. Next up we have True Love, which is this color. And True Love is a matte true coral. Feels really nice. Here's that color on my skin. Okay, so yeah, this one definitely did not have problems like the yellow one. It was pretty good at transferring onto my skin. It's very pigmented. I really like a lot. So now on to the next shimmers. So as a total, there are 4 shimmers in here and 4 mattes. I am personally a shimmer queen. I love shimmers so much. They make me feel so happy, but I also know that they can sometimes be a pain to deal with. So this next color is Dreams Come True. I kind of feel like instead of naming everything True, it should have been like things True loves right now as a baby or something like that. I think that would have been more personal than just the name True on every single thing, and maybe calling it like the True palette or something like that. Dreams Come True is a metallic copper with a rosy flip. That's this one. Okay. Ooh, I like that flip to it. Let's see if you can see it. We see that copper. Shimmers are always really hard to swatch, but there you go, perfect. The shimmer does look really pretty, I like it. I have a shimmer obsession, so. Next up we have Always True, and Always True is a metallic rose gold with silver pearl. Again, all of these feel really soft to the touch and very creamy and buttery. And usually shimmers are very hard to swatch, so I'm just gonna do a second pass. There we go. And typically when I put shimmers on, I'm gonna put Fix Plus on the brush anyway, and that's just gonna amp it up, and you only really will need to do 1 pass at that point. Okay, so next up we have True Meaning. And True Meaning is a matte, warm terracotta brown. And that's this one. Ooh, I went a little sideways on that swatch. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me fix that. Okay, definitely also very pigmented. I love the shade. Kind of looks like True did this swatch, you guys. The next shade is My Baby True, and My Baby True is a shimmer. It is a metallic cool brown with an iridescent flip. This one feels creamy, but it is pilling a lot. I don't know if that's the right word. Ooh, it just has like, but you see how it's like fraying at the edges? I don't know if I like that. Ooh. Okay, girl, I was wrong. I totally take back everything I said. That's the best metallic swatch I've ever had. That looks beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is the most intense swatch out of all of these. Okay, so now the last one that we're gonna swatch is Truseldorf. I don't know what that means, but it's probably something related to True. And it is a matte, deep mahogany brown. And that's this one. I really just like how these feel on my fingers, so that's nice. So this one is definitely pigmented as well, but it just fades out pretty quickly. Maybe I didn't put enough on my finger. Add another one. But boom, there you go. And those are the swatches. Sorry that they're all diagonal. Next time I'll make them horizontal like a normal person. Now onto the eyeshadow looks. For this one, we're gonna emulate this one. My Baby True has a lot of fallout. It has fallout right here in my arm. So definitely be careful of that. Make sure to tap your brush off when you are putting it on your face. First, take a blending brush to True's Mom and put it in your crease. Blend it out.
Keep on running from the truth. Was that not? I'm just alone.
Then, take a shader brush to True Faith and apply it to your lids. Then, take a liner brush to True's Mom and put it on your lower lash line. And that's it. So I'm actually not going to put any mascara on until the end just because I'm going to do all the eyeshadow looks. But this one is pretty simple and I like it. It's probably one that I'm going to use every day. I think that this is a pretty natural look and I like it a lot. I didn't have any problems whatsoever. In fact, I was trying to do less product with this shade right here, True's Mom, but it was like bam, and then I was like, okay, for this I know better. But I think that it applied really beautifully and I'm excited to try the next look, which is going to be modeled off of this one. So I thought I had this recorded, but I wasn't recording. So let me just give you a little heads up about what I was doing. So I took a blender brush and I took this shade, which is True Mom's, and I put it all over my crease. I did more inside than I normally do. Usually I kind of just diffuse out. And then I also took it on my lash line. And then I took a more diffused crease brush and I took True Meaning and started adding more to that. And I also added that to my lash line as well. And now you're caught up. Then take a shader brush to Dreams Come True and put it on your lids. Then apply Must Be True to the inner corner of your eye. Finally, add True Faith as a highlight for your inner corner. So for the most part, most of these shades were very easy to use. The foil shades, everything went on well except the yellow one. The yellow one was pretty difficult. I think that I may have needed to put some foundation on there and then gone from there. So I'm just gonna try to do that real quickly and see how that applies.
Disagree, don't tell me. Now you in infinity, we 98. Trust that he be good. On the ball like BB, don't make no mistakes. Got the faith. The 18 just not gonna be the same. Finna bleed down generations, not gonna be in vain. Too young. Why you gotta go? Why you gotta go?
Definitely performed better, but still not to the level of opaqueness that I would want to match like this color or what was on the color on Kylie's thing. I am disappointed in the performance of this yellow shade, but so far every other shade that I've played with, loved so much. I'm gonna try another look that is inspired by this. So yet again, take a blending brush to True's Mom and apply it to your crease and lid. Then do the same with Truseldorf. Take a shader brush to My Baby True and put it on your lid. Also add a little bit of Always True to your lid as well. Then blend everything out. Finally, add True Faith as a highlight to your inner corner part of your eye. Okay, now on to the last look, which is this look, and I will add mascara to this one because like I said, it'll be easier to clean up. This is literally just an eyeshadow tutorial. I had no problems with this one. I was scared initially about this one because while it did have great payout, it did have a lot of problems with fallout. So what I did, I just made sure I tapped off my brush before putting it on my lid. I experienced no fallout, so yeah. On to the last look. First, take a blending brush to True Meaning and add it to your crease. Then, add Handbag Hoe Liner as an eyeliner in the same formation as the look. Then, fill in with True Meaning in the outer portion of your eye. Then, add concealer to your lid. Also fill in your lower lash line with Handbag Hoe. Then take True Love and apply it to the rest of your lid. Then take a shader brush to Dreams Come True and add that to your lid as well. Add mascara, and that's it.
Another day go by, don't know what got me down. June blues, yeah, I got the June blues, yeah. Walk around like.
So I didn't know exactly how they got this like dark red color. So I was like, girl, I do not see that in this palette. But my theory is that they mix these two because this does have like a little bit of a copper element to it. And when you mix those two, it kind of creates that dark red matte feel. So definitely try that out. Let me know how that is. I surprisingly really like this look. This is definitely not an everyday kind of eye makeup look. I think this is something that you wear out, I don't know, when you feel like being extra, whenever that is. There is no certain time, it's just whenever you feel like it. And overall, my thoughts on the palette are that I really enjoy this palette. I think that it works very well. The only color that I was disappointed in was the yellow. I felt like I could not get it to show. Like, do you see how easy this coral red is to show its opaqueness on my lid? Like, that's exactly what I thought this yellow was gonna be. But other than that, if I ignore the yellow shade, I think that this is perfect. So I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. It could have been a 10 out of 10 if the yellow shade was perfect. So now I'm gonna do some swatch comparisons for the eyeshadows. I'm gonna be comparing all my Kylie Cosmetics eyeshadow palettes to this one. So this is the Koko Collection number 3 palette. Now I don't have every single eyeshadow palette that Kylie Cosmetics has, but I do have some. I am interested to see how these two compare. Also these two. Okay, here's True's Mom and here's Beach. True's Mom is definitely lighter and more cool tone than Beach. So here's Dreams Come True, and this is Dubai. Dubai is definitely darker and more burgundy, obviously because it's from the burgundy palette, than Dreams Come True. Safe to say that it is very different from the burgundy palette. I couldn't find a shade that was similar. Now on to the bronze palette. I'm interested to see how Tiger's Eye compares to True Meaning, so I'm going to do that real quickly. So this is True Meaning and this is Tiger's Eye. Tiger's Eye is definitely more brown and cool tone than True Meaning. Again, compared to the bronze palette, I couldn't find anything similar. So on to the next. Next we have the Sorta Sweet palette, and I'm going to compare side by side. Let's see. I'm interested to see how Rosé compares to True's Mom. So this is True's Mom and this is Rosé. Honestly, they are very, very similar to each other. I would say maybe True's Mom is just a hint more cool tone than Rosé. So for this palette, True's Mom is very similar to Rosé. So now we're on to this palette, which is the Blue Honey palette. Okay, so I'm interested to see how True Meaning and Busy Bee compare to each other. So this is True Meaning and this is Busy Bee. Honestly, they're both very similar. I would say that maybe True Meaning is just a tad more dark than Busy Bee. Next up, I want to see how Sweet Thing compares to Dreams Come True. So this is Dreams Come True and this is Sweet Thing. I would definitely say Sweet Thing has more of a burgundy orange element to it compared to Dreams Come True. So in this palette, I would say that these two colors are similar, but other than that, everything else is pretty unique. We have this Valentine's one from forever ago. I'm interested to see how True Love compares to Be Mine. Okay, so this is True Love and this is Be Mine. With these two, they're very similar, although I would say this has more of a coral element to it versus this, which is more bright pink and fuchsia-y, but they're very similar. Okay, so now we have this Valentine's Day Collections eyeshadow palette. I want to swatch Celebrate and Always True. These two are definitely very different from each other. I also compared it to My Baby True. But Celebrate is darker and has less of a shimmer aspect to it than My Baby True, I think is what it was named. Honestly, I keep confusing the names. Okay, so now we have this one. I personally want to see these yellows compared and these two compared. So let me do the yellows first. So these are the yellows compared. I don't know if you can clearly tell on camera, but this one is definitely lighter than this yellow. This one's more gold, and this is more of that pastel yellow color. So next I compared these two shimmers, but they are very different from each other. Next I'm opening up the Peach Extended palette. The only two that I think I want to do so far is these two. This one's definitely going to be way more coral than this one. So these two are pretty similar, but the Trussel Dwarf has a glitter element to it that this one does not. Excuse my messy swatch. I also want to compare this one to this one. I think they will be different. Yeah, they're different. This one's more rose gold and this is bronzy. I'm going to do these two now, and I think that's going to be it for the Peach Extended. These two are different, even though they look kind of similar, but this is more cool tone and this is a darker warm tone. Okay, so last palette up, I have the Royal Peach palette. Okay, so personally I didn't find anything in there worth swatching to compare. Just based on looking, I did find one very similar to this one. This one was a more of a glitter vibe compared to one that was similar to it. So it did have a different element to it. And this one, there was a pink that was close to it, but it was more, this is more peachy than the fluorescent pink. Nonetheless, I think that despite these two shades, it is pretty unique. There is my swatch comparison of the shadows. That concludes my video. I hope you guys really enjoyed the video, and if you found it super informational, please give me a thumbs up. I always really genuinely appreciate it. And if you still haven't, I would love for you to subscribe. All you have to do is click my face here, or you can watch 2 of these other Kylie Cosmetics videos that are pretty informational as well. Bye guys.
Breaking news got me breaking. I was present, hopeless, praying. Struck down.